And we are back. Pokemon Sun, Hardcore Nuzlocke, the run continues. Our third attempt is going really well. We're coming off of the second Totem Battle here, and we run into the Grubin or Grubbin on Route 6. We're going to chuck the nest ball and secure it, and let's just keep this thing going. And then for our Route 7 first encounter, it is going to be the Puku, the elusive Seacumber here, chuck the dive ball, and secure yet another first encounter. And then in Wela Volcano Park, we're going to go ahead and grab the Cubone for the potential Alolan Marowak. Let's see if we can get that evolution again in this run. Secure the Cubone, and let's go take on that third Totem Pokemon. Alrighty, that third totem is in fact the Salazzle, the very cool streamlined poison fire type here. Does get a little special defense bump as well, which is nice, but against a physical ground type, it's kind of a moot point. But we've talked about this before. If you have any ground type Pokemon against the Salazzle, you're looking really good. The only scary part comes in right here with this Stab Flame Burst, as Mudbray's physical defense is much higher than special. So if that would have crit, I think we might have lost our Mudbray and potential Clodsdale. So I'm glad we were able to tank that. And then one stab, super effective Bulldoze gets the job done. And the Totem Salazzle is defeated once again. Next up on the menu is going to be our Route 8 first encounter, the cute little Slandit. However, this one is male once again, so we are not going to be able to get the Salazzle, but we're going to be able to make sure we use him to the best of his ability. He's very fast with a high special attack, so let's lean into that and see what happens. All right, a little flashback to our first attempt. Our poor little Torracat was 1v2 in the sun. We couldn't put down the Lurantis, and the Castform is going to end up taking out our beloved starter with a headbutt. So no matter what happens going into this totem battle this time around, we're going to make sure our starter makes it out alive. So let's do this thing. All right, time for the fourth totem battle. There's 7 in total, and Lurantis can be one of the more difficult battles. So we have got a little plan cooked up in the works here, and Lurantis is going to get that massive speed boost, making it much harder to defeat her. But we've got our tiny little Slandit out front, and we do 4 times resist grass type moves, so that's beautiful. We get a really nice flame burst off the top. It is stab super effective, which is nice. The Castform comes in, and we are just trying to buy our time, waiting for the Castform to set up with the Sunny Day so that it can double our Z move in the sun, which is just going to be glorious. So another flame burst here. Lurantis kind of cheesing us with a little bit of healing with the synthesis. The Sunny Day comes down, and now this is our moment in the sun. Literally, this is our chance to shine. The little Slandit leans into the Inferno Overdrive. We're going to make sure we click the right target. The Lurantis healing up with the synthesis, knowing that something is in the works, that something is coming through, and it is going to be the Salamander popping off here with such a strong fire type move. Can it be enough to one-shot the Lurantis from full HP? That is the question, and it absolutely can. The ace falls in one fell swoop. The Castform betraying its partner in crime. It leans in with a headbutt, and now we can just stay out here and try to take on the Castform with our MVP Salandit in this fight. Or we could lean into another Pokemon, but since we're here, let's go ahead and go for the Dragon Rage. It's just going to cut through all defenses, not mess around, and as long as we live that headbutt, we absolutely do. We bring it around town with another Dragon's Rage, and this fight is the Lizard. It was the Lizard. It will always be the Lizard, and another totem falls. We complete this, and now we're going to be making our way to the 5th totem, and we are looking really good. Let's try to keep the entire team safe and just keep the momentum going. Let's do it. So a first encounter that I missed last time is right here off of Route 9 at this fishing spot. If you keep fishing until you find the Corsola, you can actually get a very rare encounter with the poison water type Pokemon, the Toxapex pre-evolution. So I'm just going to sit here for about 30 minutes to an hour. Let's get that first encounter with the Corsola, and since we're only doing a lowland Pokemon, it's going to work out perfectly, so let's roll the clip. All right, so we're just dancing around here with the Oricorio versus the Corsola encounter, and we are just waiting for this little thing to call for help, and there is the Marini, the Toxapex pre-evolution, and this is just crazy because I'm trying to get the Corsola out of here so we can catch our little Toxapex Prevo here, and right after we slap it with a double slap, the Marini actually hits the Corsola. I love how they set up this encounter, this interaction in the game to where the opposing Pokemon actually turns on the Pokemon that called for help. It is just so cool. Really enjoy that, but we do take care of the Corsola, and now it's just versus the Moraine, and we are just going to try to chip it down a little bit. I'm super excited for the Toxapex. I completely missed this encounter the first time around, but with the hidden power, we almost one-shot. We don't even know our own strength here, but thankfully it holds on, and now it's in a good space for us to secure yet another Pokemon, and we just got to go back and see if there's any other first encounters that we missed and add those to the roster. So let's drop back, chuck the netball, and secure another first encounter. Speaking of encounters that we completely missed the first time around, you can double back into the Lush Jungle after the Totem Battle, much like the Abandoned Thrift Market where you get the Mimikyu, and you can go back in and run through the grass and then get another encounter there. So it's going to be the Passimion, the Passimion, the monkey here, kind of the alternative to the orangutan in Pokemon Moon. So we just chuck the Ultra Ball, secure it, and now we have a really strong fighting type that we can add to the roster. Let's go. All right, we made sure not to lose anybody to the Team Skull Grunts this time around, made it safe and sound to Olivia, another one of the Island Kahunas, and she specializes in rock-type Pokemon. So this time we have the Mudbray with stamina to buff our defense, and I'm feeling very good about our matchup here as we lean into the high horsepower, almost one-shot the Nose Pass. All we have to do is tank the Rock Slide, but really it just backfires on the little Duckling as our defense goes up and the leftovers for some more healing, and the Nose Pass falls. Beautiful stuff. This little pony is so brave, and now they throw down the Bulldor. We're just going to chip the double kick. It doesn't really do as much as we wanted it to. It's not stab, but it is super effective. But we were really just trying to play around the sturdy anyway, so we're going to lean into the Baby Earthquake with the high horsepower, the staple of the Mudbray line, and now we're just going to do another one, and as long as it doesn't lean into that 5% miss chance, we are looking beautiful as Mudbray clears the first two Pokemon, and now the ace comes down, the Lycanroc looking absolutely beautiful, very terrifying, but we are just fine as we tank a not very effective or neutral bite, I should say, and Lycanroc's already gone. The high horsepower one-shots, doesn't even get to use the Z move. We will take the Crystal and move right along. But as far as this episode goes, I think that does it. So as always, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. And I will catch you on the flip. Peace.